Outer Banks star Madelyn Cline helped shape her role for Sarah Cameron on the hit Netflix show. Here's everything we know. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Gianna Rosenberg, and this is your 24/7 Celebrity News. Madelyn Cline recently revealed in an interview how she worked with Outer Banks creator Jonas Pate in molding her role of Sarah into the character you see on the show. In an interview with V Magazine, the actress broke down her life-changing journey to embody Sarah Cameron, as Cline explained that becoming Sarah was almost like a therapy session in a way. To bring Sarah to life, Madelyn worked on her character's insecurities of not wanting to get too close to people. She constantly asked herself how she can find truth in her lines, which she did by not only analyzing herself as a person, but also helping with her character's development.
We see so many iconic characters on television, and so many times you wonder, is that character so great because of the actor or because of the writing, or is it a combination of both?
Right.
And this is an example where it's a combination of both, and that the role that she initially signed up for was a lot more one-dimensional than the role that you see on the show today, which I think is pretty cool.
Totally, I totally agree with that. And she did exactly how she explained what she wanted to bring out, she did.
And she's so into like finding her truth, so it kind of also explains why her and Chase are dating, because I feel like she really wanted to like make sure that they had a friendship with each other, which she did go on to say. Luckily for Madelyn, the show's creator Jonas Pate encouraged collaboration between actors and the show's writers and producers throughout the entire production of the series. So the role of Sarah that you see on Netflix does align with Madelyn's version. When Madelyn first read the script, she noticed that Sarah seemed complacent, one-dimensional, and untouchable. So Madelyn wanted to add a lovable factor to the standoffish rich girl character of Sarah, as she told V Magazine, quote, "I really wanted there to be something about her that was endearing, something that made you feel like maybe she doesn't quite belong in the world. I wanted to add some depth and some quirkiness to Sarah to make her feel not so stereotypical."
And she did that. Like, she really did that.
Yes.
You know? Like, I feel like the reason we all fell so deeply in love with Madelyn Cline, like her as a real person, is because she really just crushed her role as Sarah Cameron.
And she does seem like in interviews kind of similar in a way to her character in terms of her sense of adventure, her quirkiness, like that definitely is like who she is. So she brought herself to the character, but also is true to the script. Also, a lot of times with male writers, sometimes they have a hard time writing women.
Right.
So I think it's very interesting that she did kind of be involved in the creating process of this character.
Absolutely. Madelyn was thrilled to learn that when she pitched her version of Sarah to the show's creators, the writers also wanted to make Sarah more unique than the privileged kooks her character associated with. As she explained, they told her that they were all on the same wavelength. They trusted Madelyn and encouraged her to run with her version of the character while filming. Then, with the guidance from the show's executives, Madelyn was free to make her own version of Sarah that isn't the tired queen bee trope we usually see, and instead an adventure-seeking free spirit, much like Madelyn actually is in real life.
She definitely has like a fire to her, which seems in line with who Madelyn is as a person. I think the characters on television and movies that end up being memorable and iconic are usually the ones that the actor really puts their own personal spin on it and kind of makes it more personalized.
Totally, 100%.
Madelyn then prepared herself for her role by adding a lot of empathy to Sarah, as she said, quote, "I think there is a lot of insecurities that I saw in Sarah that I was able to recognize in myself. It was cathartic because it was a way of exploring those insecurities, and it almost was like I was giving advice to myself and telling myself that it's okay to feel these things." As she was working on her character, Madelyn also pulled from her own experiences. In scenes where she had to cry, she would cry in the corner before her takes to get herself into that headspace. So it's interesting that she said it was therapeutic and cathartic, because Madison Bailey also said that similarly working on this show and playing her character helped her with her personality disorder.
Yeah, which
So,
is, that's very interesting. You could see how that would help, because I feel like it brings out like a different dynamic of you, and that's what you need to play a different character.
Well, yeah, well, it seems with Madison that she used it more as an escape, whereas Madelyn used it more as a way to look inside herself.
Totally.
So those are two different acting approaches, but they both work perfectly on this show.
I think they all really worked hard on the chemistry together.
Yeah.
When we had interviewed them, they were like, you know, we spent a lot of time together. We like went around the town, and like, I think that's super evident within the show. So what do you guys love most about Sarah Cameron and, of course, Madelyn Cline herself? Let us know. I'm Gianna Rosenberg.
I'm Gabby Conti, and follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.